Alright guys, I'm making a video I wasn't gonna make a video on this, but these instructions are vague. However, they do use the size of the bolts that you'll be using, but they could have been a little bit better. This is an expensive shifter. Could have been a little bit more descriptive, but it's okay, we'll figure it out. So I decided to make a tutorial as I go through this and figure it out. So the first thing they want you to do is drill some holes, kind of get this in position. In my case, they want you to remove the old shifter out of your vehicle and get the perfect mounting space for this shifter. Of course, like it's in park now. You want it to be fully functional, so they want to make sure you don't hit it clear the seats or the dashboard, etc. But in my case, I'm just strictly built for an racing application. I'll show you guys. I've already got the holes drilled. Got it in a perfect position. I used a small leveler also to kind of make it even straight. So I already know my placement. So if you guys figure out your placement, I'm just going to show you guys. We're going to walk through the entire install on just how to install it, no matter what vehicle you're installing it in. So first thing they want you to do after you get the mounting position and get everything mounted, these are the mounting holes here. These two up front and these two in the back. So we're going to install the neutral safety switch first. They do got another option too, guys, for backup lights. You have to buy a separate electrical connection also with screws supply, because they don't come with one. This is pretty much everything. And in this bag, so I don't come with one, but it also allows you to install that. Just have to supply your own screws and buy that extra piece. So with this, guys, this is the bracket. These are the two screws, lock washers. You need two lock washers and two. Where's the lock washer? There it is. They're tiny, so be careful. And two nuts, so you can't get them mixed up. There's only these one size in here. These are the mounting bolts, but we're gonna figure out everything together. So you want to attach it to this bracket first. So see this, it clicks in, so you want this to face, the bracket goes in like so. This is where it'll bolt in on the shifter. This is the hole here. Now, we'll get to that in a second. So the first thing you want to do is mount it this direction. And install the screw here to get things going. Get a tiny lock washer on there and get a nut started. The same as here. So I'm gonna get a flathead screwdriver, some pliers, and tighten it up. So this is gonna push on here. So we gotta get the bolt that goes in here. We gotta find out what bolt goes in here to hold it in place. So we gotta get the bolt for there. Push that button in. So gonna tighten this up, guys. Flathead screwdriver. All right, that's installed. Let's move on to the next thing. The next thing should be mounting this in the car. These are the bolts to mount this into the car. 1¼ inch. I go to 4 nuts and 4 lock washers. Guys, you want to face the mounting screws in the down position. Like, you don't want to face them up, because when you face them up, well, you can face the front two up. You want to face them and mount the nuts from underneath the car, because when you face the rear ones up, you won't be able to get the lock pin in that locks the cover over the shifter. So make note of that. Just want to make sure you're clear on that, guys. All right, guys, now that we got the shifter installed, before we mount the cable, we want to get our cable placement where it's going to go through the frame of the car. And you want to be at least 4½ inches in line with this notch. 4½ inches away from the base of this shifter housing. So I'm gonna load at 4 3/4 purposely. I may do 5 inches. You don't want to go too far because you want to make sure the cable has length. So we're gonna remove the jam nut and nut that tightens the cable. And remove these boots and this screw here. When we fish the cable through here, using the step bit, guys. Since this is aluminum, guys, I'm gonna and you too as well can do it. I got a bunch of rubber grommets. Put a rubber grommet in there, give it a clean look before I patch all this up. And then we'll move on to the next step with bolting this guy in and attaching it here. But we're gonna fish it through here first. So let's get our hole drilled out. And I don't know, I may make this the hole, guys. This is a little bit over 5 inches. They want you to make it at least 4½ inches. Like I said, but I want to have clearance in the event the cable is too short. So, but I also don't want it to kink up. So that's my concern. I don't want it to kink up. I'm dead on line, hit that hole there. So I already got a hole made. I may just use this, wipe that off. All right, guys, we got the hole. You want the hole to be at least 3/16 of an inch around the cable. I don't want to play with. I got the grommet on there. I'll push it down in a second. We're going to use the smallest screw in the pack. So 1/4 inch by 20 by 1/2 inch. And you got the nut, and you need this E-clip for here to secure this in place. So that's gonna bolt this on through here with that, and then we're gonna lock it in place, put some thread lock on it, and screw it down. Put a little bit of thread lock on that bolt. Alright, guys, 11mm. I just hold the pliers on the back side of that. So this is done. We'll be at the bottom in a second. Let's go beneath the car now, guys, and see the bracket, and I'll show you guys. I got my wires pulled through here. I got a rubber grommet back there as well. I'll show you guys how to find out what it is. I think this has to be removed on this side to install this cover. But we're not worried about that right now. All right, let's go underneath the car and see the cable mounting position and what brackets we're going to use. All right, guys, there's a host of brackets and braces here, and we're going to need, since we're General Motors, Chevy, we're going to use this one and this one for the gear selector. So let's get on the vehicle and see what we got. Oh, they also came with these 4 screws. They may appear to be the same, but they're not. 2 of them are standard and 2 of them are metric. You can kind of look at the threads and tell up close which ones are metric. This requires a standard application, so I'm assuming this is metrics with the 8.8 dot. These are metrics. They look like a finer thread screw. These are the ones we need. They're more coarse. So let's get on the vehicle and see what we got, guys. All right, guys, we got. I removed the other bracket. I removed it already. This goes on here. It's already in park. All the way up is park. I'm gonna put the screw back on there, and I removed these two bolts as well. So by this, I have this lip right here, guys. The kit comes with some spacers, so you'll put these spacers on first, and then the bracket. The bracket, you'll be using that hole to the far end. That hole and this hole. I gotta find a nut for this now, guys, and we're gonna run the cable through it and install it. All right, guys, let's put the selector all the way in park. And let's go underneath the car now. All right, guys, we got the bracket mounted up. Let's get the cable through and adjust it. All right, guys. This is just a temporary adjustment. We're just about dead on. May have to make some small adjustments, but that's pretty much it, guys. This will go up when I mount the cross member up. This will be sitting up like this, but this is the routing of it to come around, to wrap around the rear of that transmission, and yeah, that's it. So now you just want to kind of play with the gears to make sure all the gears are hitting correctly and it's shifting perfectly. From park to drive 1 and 2. So you can also just make your fine adjustments here, guys. Like I say, this is pretty much okay. You can also adjust it from here, but yeah, it's very straightforward and simple. And let me show you guys how this is pretty much done with this. We're gonna put the cotter pin. There's a cotter pin that goes in back of this. I'll lock that in shortly. Let me show you guys the wires, guys. The dual button wiring, and how to find out which wire goes to where, and we'll label them real quick. All right, guys. Before we close out this video, I'm gonna show you guys how to find out which button goes to where. We're gonna trim these wires off. All right, guys. We got these two wires. I'm assuming. Look like they're coming from the same direction, but we're gonna find out. So, got the multimeter, fluke meter. You know, hook a wire up to each terminal, guys. All right, we got a wire on each terminal. We want to test for continuity, guys. We want to test for continuity. Continuity is on continuity, guys. So when we press one of these buttons in, we're gonna know which controls which. So let's see if this makes a noise. It's not this one. It's not that one either. So let me try two more wires, guys. All right, we found it, guys. So we know what two wires to tape off. Let's tape them off really quick. So we know that's the bottom, guys. Just test them to make sure. All right, let's see. Close the video up. We got them marked off. Bottom should be. All right, guys, we're done, guys, with this. So if you found this video helpful, guys, subscribe to the channel. We got a whole lot more installment, a whole lot more cool stuff with this car, guys. I'll be installing a trans brake, finishing the transmission up in this car, guys. We're changing this setup from manual to automatic, and I'm excited, you know, because I got that monster transmission in here and monster stall. The transmission capable of up to 1,200 horsepower. The engine's not 1,200 horsepower yet, but yeah, a lot going on with Nova. That's the name of this car. So subscribe to the channel once again if you found this video helpful, guys. Hit that notification bell so you guys be notified when uploading the content. Terrence, I'm out. Okay, guys, one last thing I want to note. I'm not assembling this fully yet because I have to change this plate. This plate has to come off. This is for just a forward drive system. I have a reverse manual valve body in here, so I need a different plate. So I got to change this plate out before I put the cover on. And let me show you guys what plate I need. Super simple change out, guys. Just got to get the plate here. Thought it'd be here by now. This for a forward pattern gate plate. This is what's in here currently. This is what comes with the kit. This is what I need. I have reverse pattern. So mine is 1-2 drive. And this is for 4 pattern, 4-speed. Let's see if they got any more. That's one more 2-speed gate plate. So super easy to change out. I ordered a couple days ago. I thought it'd be here now, but it won't. It's not here yet. So this is what I need. So I'm waiting on it to come. Okay, guys, I'm done wiring. I'm gonna clean it up in a second. It's just a rough wiring to make sure everything's working properly. Yeah, but I'm done. This is the line lock trans brake. This is the line lock indicator light. Just let you know that the line lock is engaged. And you'll hear the solenoid of the trans brake when I hit this button. So let's turn the key forward. Alright, guys. Zoom out. Line lock. Here's the solenoid. Okay, listen for the trans brake, guys. Perfect. Perfect install. Just wait on that plate, and this will be done. I'll make this super clean and nice. The reverse pattern gate plate came, guys. I'll swap it out for this one. Super easy. I should remove the 2 flathead screws. Now I got to remove these E-clips and pulls off. I'll show you guys that in a second. Okay, guys. With the lower one and this one, you can press it in on this side. Got it. See it moving? You press that in, and the bottom one, you press that one in. And it allows you to put that E-clip on. So that's it, guys. We're done. Just a quick, super quick change out. This is the forward pattern, and that's the reverse pattern. I just installed now. Since I got a reverse manual valve body trans in here. So we're all good. I'm gonna clean everything up, put the cover on now, guys, and that's it. All right, guys, I made a cover for that. The shifter, guys, I gotta put this back pin in. That's the gears for the car. It's park, reverse, neutral, 1, 2 drive. We're ready to go, guys. We're ready to go. I'm gonna weigh it. So we're gonna lower the car and weigh it. Right now we're still in the air. Take it for the first drive. Take it for the first drive, guys. So that's coming up.